Namaste guys, Rajesh here for Namaste Tech, and in this video I'm going to do a speed test and multitasking comparison between the Xiaomi Redmi Note 3, the Moto G4 Plus and the Yu Unicorn. All the three phones are priced below 15,000 and are direct competitors to each other. The Redmi Note 3 is the most powerful of all the three handsets here thanks to its hexa-core Snapdragon 650 chipset, while the Yu Unicorn sports the highest amount of RAM. It comes with 4GB of RAM compared to a maximum of 3GB on the Moto G4 Plus and the Redmi Note 3. On the software side, the Redmi Note 3 and the Yu Unicorn both run on Android 5.1 Lollipop, though the Redmi Note 3 runs on MIUI 7, which is filled with a lot of customization features but is equally resource hungry, while the Yu Unicorn runs on Yu's new Android on Steroids OS, which is just a stock build of Android with some customization options and Yu features thrown in. As for the Moto G4 Plus, it runs on a near stock build of Android 6.0.1 Marshmallow. As I've done in my previous videos, I'll be opening 8 applications including 3 games on all 3 phones here. These 8 applications include Angry Birds 2, Asphalt 8, Camera, Chrome, Excel, Lightroom, Snapseed and Temple Run 2. And to avoid any human error, I'll be automating this whole process using an application called DiscoMark. So without further ado, let's get started. As you can see here, the Yu Unicorn was the slowest of the 3 handsets here, as it took more than 10.5 seconds to open all the 8 applications. The Helio P10 chipset inside the Unicorn is not really known for its performance, so the Unicorn's performance in this test is not really surprising. Next, we have the Moto G4 Plus, which took just over 9.1 seconds to open the 8 applications. Despite an octa-core chip, the handset was more than 3 seconds slower than the Redmi Note 3. Which brings us to the winner of our speed test, the Redmi Note 3, thanks to its hexa-core Snapdragon 650 chipset, opened the 8 applications in just over 6 seconds. Time to move forward with our multitasking comparison. I will open all the 5 applications first on all 3 phones here. This includes Chrome, Camera, Snapseed, Photoshop Lightroom and Microsoft Excel. The Yu Unicorn should have an advantage here because it comes with 4GB of RAM, while the Moto G4 Plus and the Redmi Note 3 both feature 3GB of RAM. In line with our previous speed test, all the 5 applications were present in the RAM of all 3 phones here. Now let's have a look at how the phones fare when we try to load games from their memory. So I had loaded Angry Birds 2 first on the Yu Unicorn, but despite that, the Redmi Note 3 was the first phone to actually load the game. This was followed by the Yu Unicorn, with the Moto G4 Plus coming in last. However, remember that Angry Birds 2 requires internet connectivity, which might skew the results a bit. Next, time for Temple Run 2. Here, once again we see a similar trend. While I loaded Temple Run 2 first on the Moto G4 Plus, the Redmi Note 3 was the fastest of all the 3 handsets here to load the game. This was followed by the Moto G4 Plus, with the Yu Unicorn coming in last. Now lastly, for Asphalt 8, all the 3 phones performed almost similarly. So with the multitasking comparison out of the way, let's now have a look at the amount of free RAM that is available on each device here. Remember that the Yu Unique comes with 4GB of RAM, while the Moto G4 Plus and the Redmi Note 3 pack 3GB of RAM. So in terms of free RAM, you can see that thanks to 4GB of RAM, the Yu Unique has a staggering 2.5GB of free RAM still available. The Moto G4 Plus also fared pretty well and had 1.2 gigs out of its total 3GB of RAM available. The Redmi Note 3 was the worst performer here, as it only had 833 MB of free RAM available. This is likely because of the phone running MIUI 7, which is more resource intensive than almost the stock build of Android that the Yu Unique and the Moto G4 Plus are running. So guys, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching it. Do hit the like button below and subscribe to our channel if you have not already done so.